Morning, friends. Morning to your coffee cup reading. How are you today? Welcome to Purple Bee. How are we? Take a sip, take a drink. We're going to pull some cards this morning. Get some energy for the day. Get the vibe. See what's happening. If it's your first time here, welcome. Just remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. If this isn't your reading, if this isn't your bag, if tarot is not your thing, no offense taken. See you later. Bye. And for the rest of us who are ready for our coffee cup reading day, let's get the collective reading. Let's get the collective energy on these cards today. Just remember, these messages are collective. This is not a personal reading. If you would like a personal reading, we are under construction with that, but we are taking DMs. We are under consideration. This channel is still a baby. It's only 3 weeks old. I really appreciate your subscribes and your likes to bump it up. Bump it up. I'm not trying to get famous. I'm just trying to get your messages out. I cover my visage. Because that's not what it's about. It's not about my face, baby. If tarot were about your face, honey, I wish it were. I wish it were. Anyway, who are we reading for? Who are we reading for? The faceless, the nameless. Who's out there? What soul needs this reading this morning? Let's see what the bottom of the deck has. Boom, King of Pentacles. Let's get our bag. Let's do it. Okay. I'm down. 6 of Pentacles. A work, a project. You're working on something. You're getting something. You're getting something tangible. Something tangible is on its way to you. Could be a car. Could be a house. Could be a thing. Could be, the sweepstakes. I don't know. Sweepstakes. Remember those? Oh, my God. I know I talk like a game show host. That it's the morning. It's the coffee. It is what it is today. What are we doing? I want some money. 222 passed on the clock. I missed it, though. Let's pretend we saw it. King of Pentacles. Well, it's wish fulfillment for sure. Could be something in the spiritual realm or something higher up. Your calling, basically. The Tower and the Hierophant together tells me you're following your calling. You are following your higher calling. It is a wish fulfillment. It is something you've wanted to do for a really long time. It is something you wanted for a really long time. We have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. What I say about the Wheel of Fortune is destiny is at play here, right? Destiny is moving all this around. It's moving the pieces around. It's letting the tower fall, crumble those things that no longer serve us. We don't need that anymore. It's cog in the wheel, right? We gotta get the wheel moving now. So, after our epiphany, after our isolation, after our, go into the hermit mode, we got to come out of that. High spiritual calling. I feel like this is more like a calling than it is a person. I feel like we're talking about a thing that you're doing. Let's get more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. What do we got? What do we got on there? 9 of Cups. What's our wish? Let's get some more cards on this. Let's go. Okay. King of Cups, 4 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Could be a work situation, something you're working on, something. You could feel left out of a situation. Maybe your emotions are feeling a little bit down. Maybe you're feeling a little bit apathetic. Maybe you're feeling like this project isn't really worth it or that it's not going anywhere. It seems like it is an emotional journey here, especially with the Hierophant, the 9 of Cups, and the King of Cups now. And then you're taking it pretty personally here with the 4 of Cups. That's protection as well. With that 7 of Pentacles, you might be protecting something that you've been growing, something that you've been putting into, something that you've been doing. With the 3 of Pentacles, you could have been doing this or could be doing this with somebody in a partnership, with some people at work. Collaboration. 3 of Pentacles is big collaboration. You do have a lot of options with the 7 of Cups. I'm seeing a ton of options here. So maybe perhaps if this King of Cups is an individual or, sparking that that emotional, I got it together. It's providing more opportunities. So what's here? I'm seeing more of rather than options. I'm seeing like a ton of opportunities, right? Sometimes you got to narrow it down. You have to go inward and kind of narrow down like what's worth growing, what's worth putting into. Is my heart and soul into this, right? Questioning the big questions. I'm not taking all those, but the Queen of Pentacles was on the bottom. So we did see the King of Pentacles. Now I saw the Queen of Pentacles. So we do have an exact match. You do have the finances backing you up here. This could be high financial gain. This could be something that that wasn't growing fruit before, and now all of a sudden, overnight, you got fruit, right? It's like one of those, because that tower is coming in quick, and something that you've been growing and something you're working on is changing very quickly. 555, changes abound. Oh, and there's the Five of Swords. There's the Ace of Swords, and there's the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, Queen of Cups on the bottom. I feel like somebody's at work has kind of tried to mess you up or mess with your head or make you feel like you don't know what's going on, or that you're not aware, or they're kind of playing the I got it. Yeah, I feel that here only because when I see Five of Swords and Ace of Swords, it's like you know something's going on, but somebody's trying to gaslight you and tell you you don't, or the voices in your head are second guessing yourself, right? Or making you feel like less than, or that you need to play, head games or manipulative games around this work situation or something. Again, something you're putting work into. With this Tower and Seven of Pentacles, you may have put a lot of work. You did. There's some work here. And with that Queen of Cups on the bottom, we do have that King of Cups over here. Again, we have that match. Again, we have that emotional match. Lovers right after that, and the Six of Cups. Yeah, so this is definitely something that you have your heart and soul in, but I think somebody is trying to make you think or second guess it, right? I think that that's really what's happening here. I'm going to pull a few here from the Island Time Wellness. It's Aloha Friday. I like to pull on this card on Aloha Friday. Aloha! Tutu, what you doing, Pauhana? All right. It seems like maybe you've taken a break, or taking an emotional break, or making an emotional breakthrough coming from the work that you've put in. But we have this. All right, you know what? Tell me a little bit more about that Five of Swords down there, and the Ace of Swords, and what's going on in that work sitch. A chaser. Okay, so this could be somebody at work, or somebody that's outside of work that is mentally tapped into what you're doing. Maybe you guys do the same thing. I don't know. There is a chaser vibe here, and when I get the chaser with the Five of Swords, I get that little kind of definitely not wanting to be, definitely kind of like that immature, don't want to be in a relationship. I don't know if this person's the chaser or this person is being chased, but I always feel like the Five of Swords feels like they're being chased, like you're chasing that, or you're chasing them. Let's get a little more. It's a codependent, it's a fear. I feel all that in the Five of Swords as well. It's just kind of like that codependent relationship, kind of that chaser runner, right? Not even codependent, but just like someone don't want you and you're chasing them, okay? And it's that Five of Swords who's not even worth it. Clock. So in timing, you're going to get the information that you need for this. It does need a little time to progress. I think with that Seven of Pentacles, that's also confirming that. So I think with the clock and the Ace of Swords, you're going to find something out right in the nick of time, or just when you need to know. You might be on a need to know basis with this, this person that's like, that's either being chased or chaser is in some sort of codependent relationship with this job, with this thing. And it's almost like they think you're trying to chase it or get it. I don't know. There's just some weird energy down there. Don't worry about that. I mean, what's over here is growth and, following your purpose, and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. With this Eight of Pentacles came the date. So maybe you are working on coming out of that Four of Cups, coming to a more emotionally mature space, and, coming to your emotions, a little bit more of your wish fulfillment, something your heart. I think with a date in Pentacles, I think maybe you're, I don't want to say you're dating someone at work. Again, I'm getting work and somebody kind of messing with your work, or mentally into your work, or you're dating someone at work, or there's timing where someone that you work with, you might go on a date with someone that you work with. I don't know. Just something there with that. But, all in due time, everything is timing here. Everything is... Especially with that tower. Tell me about that tower. When's that tower come? What's happened? Ooh. Dragonfly. Yes. So there's an epiphany moment, and it's a finding out. It's a coming to light. It's a Okay. So yeah. So what's happening here? You're finding out something in the workplace. You're finding out something possibly from somebody. You might have been trying to chase down this information, or trying to get it from somebody, or trying to, collab or get something going here. I do see matches with the Queen of Cups, King of Cups as well, and the Nine of Cups. There's some wish fulfillment, a spiritual union here. I think there's an epiphany with that dragonfly. It's like finding out, coming to light, adapting, changing. It's almost like you need to change it up. It's almost like evolving into something else, right? It's I don't think you really have to do, but just kind of like maybe from that tower, like become a little bit more lighthearted. It brings a little bit more lighthearted energy after that tower comes in, right? You can ease up a little bit. But things are coming to light with the clock, with the Ace of Swords, and with that dragonfly and the tower. You're gonna find something out. Finding something out at work, something you've been, working on. Or someone is finding out and doesn't want you to find out, or, is kind of playing the games in the background. I don't worry about too much about those energies, because we have them everywhere, you know what I mean? But, if you are dating this person, I don't think they're that worth it. I think there's just like fear there, and not really wanting anything. The King of Pentacles flipped over in the deck. Okay, so we are talking about a work situation. We are talking about a thing happening here with this tower, with the Eight of Pentacles at work. Tell me a little bit more about the Four of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, please. I switched back. Okay, so stuff's coming in quick now. Stuff's starting to change. Yeah, quick changes. A quick ending, a quick new beginning. And I think it's with that tower and with that lighthearted energy. I think there's more opportunity and creativeness, and, messages, perhaps news. You're getting world news changes. Something on the bigger front, the macro, right, is happening, right? So more opportunities and creative opportunities are happening. So maybe expanding outside of what we've known and grown, and we've tried to hold down and chase and try to make work, and now timing is stepping in, and the right time, the right date, the right place, all of that, right? I think that's what that means, maybe even with date. Ooh, I had the heart with the key on the bottom, which I like that with the Island Wellness. I know, and then I switched back. We do have the Moon and the Emperor. So there could be something a boss isn't telling you, or something about a boss you don't know about, or some stuff your boss isn't really, or there's some sort of secrets or confusion with a boss energy, a father figure, somebody in authority, somebody not really either knowing what's going on or not telling you what's going on. Let's get a little bit more about that. I think that's what puts you in your Four of Cups energy, and puts you in that weird chaser, Five of Swords, like what aren't you telling me? Why are you gaslighting me? Why is this, And like I said, we always have somebody, I feel like we do everywhere we go. Somebody reflects that. We have the Sun energy, so we're good. Take some time if you need to just, after this tower, and things coming to light and things finding out. There is opportunity and closure and a new beginning here. There is heart's desire. There is, your path, of what you're doing. You're going to find out in due time what you need to know, possibly about this work situation, something you've been growing for a long time. It could have to do with family because Six of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. It could have to do with a long-term situation. It could have to do with somebody from your past, but I feel like it's something you've invested in, a family situation. This could be about family, investing, working on the family situation. You could apply it to that as well. You could apply, all of this to that. I'm definitely not getting a huge love reading here, but I am getting epiphany and having to go in and possibly a little crash out. The Judgment is here. We have the Sun, we have the Judgment. Judgment is being called 1551. Mirror image. Judgment is being called. This is going in your favor. This is Sun, and after shuffling, we got the Six of Cups again. So destiny, fulfillment, just Sun happy cards. The Judgment and Sun, your happiness is here. So whatever this brings, whatever these new opportunities and this closure brings, we got a good outcome on that. Okay, so let's get some intuitive advice on this reading today. I like these cards. I like this reading for a coffee cup reading. I just think you're on the right path. I think you got to let things happen in due time. Everything here is about timing when it comes to the Tower, the clock, date, the world. Like this happens, the Seven of Pentacles, when it grows, just keep watering it. You're in a really good emotional state. Be careful not to overdo it if you are feeling too emotional. You might need to just protect your emotions a little bit more. That's all. Especially around this chaser, Five of Swords vibe. Okay. I like what's coming with the Sun and the Judgment and the Six of Cups. I love those together. It's almost like just a happy judgment being called. Okay. Emotional clarity. That's what I was saying here with the King of Cups. Emotional clarity deepens your intuition. So starting right off with this reading, when we had the, that intuitive, watery Pisces, Pisces over here, by the way, I just wanted to say that, and Taurus and Scorpio. We have emotional clarity in this reading, right? Emotional clarity is coming about what we've invested in, what we've put in opportunities and more opportunities here for soulmate connection in due time, right? Just keep your emotional clarity, have emotional clarity, okay? All right. I love this. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. And like I said, if you are new and you are interested in personal, reach out on Instagram. That's where I was saying to DM. And if it's a fit, we'll go forward. I hope it is. 1818. I'm going to end it here. Okay, I'll see you tonight. Entertainment purposes only. Thank you very much, and thanks for subscribing. Bye.